Alright guys, Dave from Kids Consoles here, here with a pickup video. This is just a couple of games I've picked up from eBay and also from a fellow YouTuber, Shane Mosso. These games are just a bit of randomness in terms of Nintendo, Super Nintendo, mostly. But yeah, let's get straight to it. Let's show you what I've got. Now, the first batch of games is for the NES. What I tend to do on eBay is to try and minimise the cost of postage. Is if I see a game I like, I'll tend to see what that seller's also got. If there's a couple of games I like there as well, then I try and get them all bundled together and get the postage down as cheap as possible. So the first stack of games I see are NES. The game I originally wanted to buy was Micro Machines for the NES. Absolutely loved this game when I was younger, and I still do now. This is a cartridge-based version, whereas I actually owned the old grey cart that used to, much like the Game Genie, used to plug a cartridge into the game just to get past the whole copyright NES code. But yeah, cartridge version in great condition, the sticker. This only picked up for about £3 sods, so really happy with that. So at the same time, I looked at the other games the guy had, and he also had Bad Dudes vs Dragon Ninja, an excellent arcade game. I actually thought I had this already, but as I say, once I was looking through sellers, I looked through my list and said nope, not got it. This one was only about £1.24, so I paid really cheaply for this, and it came with the sleeve as well, which is great. And then also another game I hadn't actually heard of, but same again, this came as the same seller, is Elimination Boat Duel. Let's see the graphics here. Yeah, so this is another NES game the guy had. Paid a bit more than I thought I had. Well, I really should have, but the bidding did go up. This is actually £4.20, so one of the more expensive of the three, but still, it looked a bit fun, and I thought, well, I'll get another two. Combine postage. Postage really was only about £3. So really, for those stack of three games, I thought done pretty well. As I say, the main one was Micro Machines I was after anyway. Next lot of games, same again, same seller, selling multiple items from Game Boy, Super Nintendo and one NES. The NES game I got was Kick Off, a game I used to play back in the day. It doesn't really hold up as well as it did as when I was a kid, because obviously you look at games nowadays, and especially compared to another game I picked up for Super Nintendo in terms of football, but still a good laugh, and it was only 99p. From the seller on eBay. From the same guy, I got Primal Rage. I actually sold this version for the Mega Drive probably end of last year. I was kind of streamlining my Mega Drive collection. Didn't really like playing this on the Mega Drive that much, but certainly the Super Nintendo version for me is the better of the two. Don't know what it is. I think it's the music really that makes me enjoy this more than the Mega Drive. And that itself was actually £1.25, so that was great. The main game I actually wanted to buy from the seller though was Flashback, another game I enjoyed from my childhood. Same again, I actually owned this on the Mega Drive recently. I bought it box complete and sold it. Just, they kind of play the same, but I don't know what it was. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know if it's because of nostalgia, I was using the Mega Drive controller instead of Super Nintendo, but played this again once I picked it up, and I just really enjoyed playing this better on the Super Nintendo. Controls are smooth. Yeah, Flashback, this was actually about £4, the more expensive of the actual lot, but the main game I wanted to get was Flashback. The others were just a bonus because they're cheaper. And a game I really enjoyed was a Game Boy game. It comes in this little box as well, which is great. This cost me about £2.20. Never heard of it, but as always, I looked on YouTube, see if there's a game play, and it's a game called Boxel. It's a puzzle game, great condition, so all the games, the labels are in superb condition, obviously with the box as well. This is a puzzle game where you move boxes around, so you can only push them, can't pull them, and it's just about getting the boxes into spaces. Very simple idea, but loads of fun. I spent quite a few hours actually at night time just sticking this on the old Game Boy Advance SP, and before I know it, times went by that quick. So yeah, that combined postage, you're really talking about £3 I think it was for the whole lot. But really happy with those games I've got, absolutely perfect, especially getting some games I played when I was younger as well. Moving on, one of the reasons you'll probably see that I got the Super Famicom games is because I picked up this, which when I first bid for it I didn't really know what it was. It's a super adapter in a nice kind of VHS case. This is, I haven't guessed already, it's just an adapter that plugs into your Super Nintendo, and there's a port on the top and a port on the back, so it allows you to play import games, both NTSC for Japan and America. So this, so far, see I got this before the Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest games, works absolutely perfect, just allows me to play it on my PAL version Super Nintendo. Yeah, came in great condition, works great. I paid about £10 for this. Now I didn't actually know what the money was, but it looked unusual. I know you get all the universal adapters available, but I like the case, it sits pretty well on the shelf. So yeah, that was £10 odds. And from the same seller, I got a game called Equinox for the Super Nintendo, and this is a grand total of 99p. So when I saw this at the same time as the adapter, see, I don't know if I paid over the odds for the adapter, but certainly I know I didn't pay over the odds for this at 99p. The game itself is an isometric 3D puzzler. It's actually the sequel to Solstice, which I also owned for the NES. Yeah, good fun. Definitely, I seem to be a bit of a trend in picking up puzzle games lately, but I would certainly recommend it if you've not played it in the past. Once again, postage wasn't too much because they all came bundled together. Actually, another game I got from the same seller, which I actually forgot about, the one that mainly got me to these two, was Super Metroid. A game I used to own when I was younger as well. I really regret getting rid of this. I had the big box version with the guide. I kept all my boxes in absolute pristine conditions. So I had the big box version with the guide, the smaller box with the game inside, and I think I swapped it with my friends. I don't think I sold it, but I swapped it for Mortal Kombat, I think, back in the day. But this is one of my all-time favourite games on the Super Nintendo, along with Link to the Past. I could spend hours playing this. The only reason I've just picked up just now is I've been playing ROMs and it's just not the same. I wasn't really looking to spend too much on the cartridge, because these normally go for £20 plus on eBay. But finally I bit the bullet. I saw one that was going pretty cheap. I got this for £17.50. See, that combined the postage with these other games, I was more than happy to pay that price for it. The local store I saw nearby was looking to charge me £25 for it. And that day I just couldn't dip my hands in my pockets. I'm glad I never, because I got it for £17.50. And I've played it since, and it's every bit as good as it was the first time I picked up the game. Still kicking myself about selling the big box. Yeah, because they go for crazy money nowadays. Understandable. Individual item was ISS, International Superstar Soccer. Another game actually, I think it was my cousin on this, don't think I had this myself. But yeah, this game, when you think about Kick-Off and then you compare this to Super Nintendo, this is one of the first football games I felt they were getting it right. Have FIFA Soccer, it was the isometric view, but this one was fast, it was furious, it was football, or soccer, as it was the day for Konami. But this still stands up nowadays. Get a couple of mates round, a few berries, slap on this game, and you can have as much fun with this as you would with any FIFA game. This itself was about £3 with postage and packaging. Probably a bit much for the game, but I saw it and I was in that mood to buy it. So definitely one of the good pickups. Now I say, because I've got an adapter, the super adapter. Been going for a few more American, Japanese games. Got a good deal, I think. Well, I personally think, on 2 NTSC US carts. We have Super Star Wars, which I got for £4. Once again, all these games I've picked up, I'm really impressed with the actual quality of stickers on them. A little bit dirty some of them, but nothing that can't be just a good clean. And UN Squadron, which I hadn't actually heard much about. I know you can obviously get these in the UK as well, but I heard Billy from Game Chasers, he done his room tour and he was talking about how he got this game. I thought it was amazing. Looked at some gameplay and I've not played it yet, but I'm really looking forward to sticking it in and see what the gameplay's like. This has probably got a little bit of a nick on the top, but yeah, still good quality. So yeah, these work with the adapter, been tested, never played it, but I've certainly tested both these cartridges. They're actually £4 each, I think, so postage wasn't that much as well. A lot of the sellers are actually second class, but they'll come bubble wrapped. So the carts themselves are near enough indestructible compared to CDs anyway. Next pickup is actually from a fellow YouTuber, as I say, Shimuso. He done recently tried to clear out video, and he had two games that I was really interested in. First one was Halo Combat Evolved. Now, surprisingly, I've actually played Halo, completed Halo, done the whole series. I've got Halo 4, which I'm still working my way through. I've never actually owned a copy. It was my mate that gave me a loan of it. He actually had his Xbox and a whole of the games. But this is in great condition, if you've seen from his video. Box complete, manual, discs actually in good nick as well. And yeah, so we organised getting this. So thanks again for doing the trade with me. Not trade, selling me the game. Could have got on eBay, but I like to give back to the community and buy from fellow YouTubers. Another game I was interested in is Catherine, which I've seen quite a few reviews on in the past. I just love the look of this game. It's quirky, it looks a bit crazy. I've heard the puzzles are a bit difficult at times, but this is one of the covers. Same again. Get open, box complete, discs in great order, as I wasn't expecting nothing less from a fellow YouTuber. But yeah, I'm not going to say how much I paid for them. That's between obviously me and I gave a good price for both. Certainly, combined postage was spot on, and certainly if he does get any more games, I'd be more than happy to pick them up again. Yeah, I'm going to stop the video here because, I've got more games to show you. I'll leave them for probably a later pickup video. It's Dave King from King's Consoles saying subscribe if you want to see some more videos. I'll catch you later.